So, as a property manager, due diligence is very important in the whole process of renting a unit. So, from when the unit is empty to when I put in a new tenant, I have to do my due diligence from the property itself to the tenant. So, it isn't just a checkbox where I'm just checking off things and making sure everything is right, but it's a blueprint for success. Because imagine missing out on a leak in the kitchen, for instance. That is going to cause mold and cause problems. So it's something that we should try to apply to our daily lives. So thorough inspection is very, very critical. Before I accept a tenant, I have to walk every room, every corner of the room, test every single system, and make sure that I spot any red flag or any potential issues and address it as soon as possible. So that's the same way that applies to our own lives, because we ought to do a self-audit before major decisions. So you need to know your strengths, you need to acknowledge your own blind spots, and obviously anticipate challenges, because that is how you'd be able to make solid and firm decisions. Another thing that I also get to do is doing my credit reports and checking my employment verification, rental history. I have to call, get references, get reference checks, because I can't leave any stone unturned. In the same way, for our lives, we need to research opportunities and people who guide us. So we need to have a mentor. I have a mentor. We need to have a mentor. You have to read and have reviews and vet any offer before you commit time or your energy. Because in everything, we forecast maintenance needs. We build in safety margins and we budget for the unexpected. So that is what we call risk management and its mitigation. The same way applies to our life. We should always plan for setbacks. We should have an emergency fund. We should also have or build resilience habits, because if we do not have a backup plan when things don't go according to our script, where do we turn to, or what do we do about it? So clear documentation is also another process that I also do, because I have to do a lease agreement. I have to do what we call, inspections. I have to do inspection reports. I have to do my maintenance logs. Every single thing that I do as a property manager, I have to have it recorded. Again, I'm going to juxtapose it again to our life, because we need to keep track of our goals, of our milestones, the lessons learned, the journals, the spreadsheets, the apps that we use to find what helps us stay organized and accountable. These are how we can keep track of our own goals. Besides that, what next? We have to have the ongoing monitoring, because we need to monitor what we're doing, what we are doing. So we have to do regular walkthroughs of the property. We have to check and make sure that what we saw yesterday is the same today. If something has changed, we quickly resolve it. So regular walkthroughs and tenant check-ins, it lets us catch those small issues that before they even, occur and become big problems. We also need to do that in life. So are you on track of your goals? That's my question. And how's your mental and physical health? Let me give you a moment to think about it. So due diligence isn't just for maybe property management. It's a life skill. Because by inspecting and vetting and planning and documenting and monitoring, both are key in property management, and you need to build a foundation that helps you weather storms and thrive in any market or any life chapter or anything that life throws at you. But how do you practice due diligence in your own journey? If you have any tips or if you have any idea of how to do it, just drop it in the comments. Someone else will also learn something from you. Catch me on the other video. Take care.